Hi, and welcome back to another episode here at JT Fitness. Today with me, I have Martha. Martha jumped on board our 28-day challenge last month. Just to give you a little bit of an overview now of Martha. Martha works long shifts, 13-hour shifts, and they can fluctuate from morning to night. One thing she was really struggling with before jumping on board here was just understanding the whole system of nutrition in terms of quality and quantity. And she was really feeling a little bit burnt out because of this. So I'm going to let Martha now tell a little bit more about her story over the last 28 days. So firstly, Martha, where was you two then before jumping on board our program?
So I was in a very low mood, to be fair, because I was really confused about what I was doing with myself. So I was really on board with my business. I was really on board with my university, but I was not on board with myself. So I was always like very low energy, very feeling stressed out, very confused, eating very low, very little, sometimes big breaks of 10, 12 hours between a meal and the other. And yes, working out, but I was working out like without very good results because I was going to the gym really tired. So like I was pushing myself over the limit and I shouldn't have done it. And I was sleeping 4 or 5 hours a day. So quite a weak background.
Yes, definitely. Right, so next up then, what's some of the biggest changes that you noticed then just over that 28-day period?
So I try to train myself to eat better, but not necessarily like with all the percentages or macros or the big names that we usually hear. It was just to be more conscious of what I was eating. So I was eating only carbs and sugar, I understood. And then that's what I tried to do better myself, to improve like the protein pathway, the good fats pathway, and just try to split the meals and not like go on starvation mode for 12 hours. So that was a very good insight of my nutrition, and that helped a lot.
Wicked. Yeah, and an important thing for you there really was getting out of the state of sort of being so depleted and
Yeah.
really trying to actually get some form of replenishment in, right? So that was just the main focus to start with. Great. So before jumping on board here then, what have you potentially tried in the past to get some of the results in which you've been looking for?
So I was trying to follow some PT training online, but like this one that they just give you some recipes or stuff, but never like really listening to somebody in person. That just makes completely a big difference. Like the human contact, as always, is different because as you gave us was like an individualized feedback, and this is what makes difference because we're all different. We're all coming with different backgrounds of body or preferences of eating and stuff, so it cannot be something that you can find easily. It needs to be tailored to yourself.
Of course.
So yeah.
Wicked, good. So, what was some sorry, in terms of all the systems put in place to help you over the 28-day period, what do you think actually helped you the most?
So two things mainly. One was the group exercise. That was really good because we were all with the same aim. So what we were sharing in the hours together was more than anything else. Like the community always make the difference, and that was a good community. We were all like pushing together like towards the same aim. And the second thing was when you were recording the feedback 30 minutes video all together, where you were answering questions and stuff. That was really nice because you were just like a waterfall of very good suggestions, very good point of views that I I was not able to do on streaming all the time, but because you recorded it, I could just go through all your points and then maybe pick them up, that one that I needed, and then go through on that and maybe like ask you next time that I was meeting you or like drop you a message. So that for me was really good.
Perfect, great. So finally then, in terms of everything that you've like learned and where this has come over the last 28 days, knowing what you know now, what sort of advice would you give yourself, say if you went back to a couple months ago when you were struggling to get the results you were looking for?
Understanding that what you eat is actually what you're gonna be. And like if I just would have stopped a bit more and reflecting on what I was doing, I would have first sleep much better, and second enjoy the food much better, because it doesn't need to be only like fuel, but it needs to be something that you appreciate as well.
Of course.
And everything maybe would have been a bit better.
Great. Good. Well, thank you very much for jumping on board there,
Thank
Martha.
you.
So that's Martha's story over the last 28 days. And I look forward now to seeing your results moving on over the next 16 weeks. So well done. Good job.